I'm starting an online business, and part of that is setting financial targets, which is something that I've always struggled with. Every number that I've picked out of a hat before just seems completely arbitrary, and I never really had any kind of emotional connection with it. But I've realized that you're much more likely to get somewhere if you kind of have an idea about where you're going. Targets can change and evolve on the way, but it's good to have one. When you're setting a target, it needs to be like big enough to stretch you, but at the same time within your scope of believability. You know, if I say I want to earn £1 billion a year, then I don't believe that. It doesn't motivate me, and it just seems nonsense. But at the same time, yeah, it needs to be ambitious. So the amount that I have come up with, originally I wrote 200 grand a year before, this is before tax, gross profit to my business, which means after tax, let's say 40% tax on top of that. When I wrote 200 grand and I read it back to myself, something didn't feel quite right. So I adjusted it slightly until it did. And that was, hello baby.
Hey.
And that was, the number I came up with is 160k. That's a number that's at the sweet spot for me where it seems believable, but is also ambitious. It's a lot more than I've ever earned before. So I thought I'd share that with you. I know, British people don't like to talk about money very much, but yeah, I just want to be open about the process that I'm going through. So Lucy's just arrived back with Cadence. So yeah, this I've written in my journal. Okay, I want to read you what I've written. I want a business that makes me over 160k a year in gross profit, that I enjoy and uses my unique strengths and personality, where I get to be creative, to learn and share and help people. Like, to me, that's the ideal business. That's the ideal situation that I want to get to. And I'm setting a time frame of 3 years to get there. Secretly, I hope I get there earlier. And secretly, when I get there, I'm probably going to increase it a bit. But that's a good target to start with. And I just want to share with you what I've put on here. So this is literally my target that I'm aiming for. And this is a good visualization tool I'm going to use every day. And a couple of things here to remind me. So create, like, for me, it's all about being creative. That's why I sold my business a couple of years ago, because I felt like I'm a creative person. I wasn't using that, and that made me feel unfulfilled. So I want to do more creative stuff. Coming up with products, selling things online. And also, I put this here, affiliate. Affiliate marketing, if you don't know, means leveraging and selling other people's products and services that you think are awesome. It's not something has never really appealed to me before, but now I realize that it's actually an excellent vehicle for learning how to sell things online. So that, because it's a process, it's like everything else, you've got to learn over time. So if you find something that sells itself that's really cool, that you believe in, you've done yourself, then you can leverage that. And the final thing is this nice flashy car. Now, I don't know anything about cars. This is a Jaguar R-Type in a lovely, pretty grey, and that's all I know about it. I know that it looks really cool, and that's it. But what I'm trying to do is get myself excited about being able to have cool stuff as well. I'm not a materialistic person, but when I think about how I'd feel driving that car, it just adds another level of motivation to it, and kind of the identity of who I would need to be in order to earn that amount of money. Anyway, so there you go. That's a lot in a short video, but I thought I'd share that with you. Love to hear what you think.